Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to share 7 kind of weird things that I stopped doing that completely helped me get rid of belly bloat. I used to deal with so much bloating, especially after meals, and I thought it was because of my hypothyroidism when I was going through my weight loss journey, or I thought it was like, I don't know, I just thought it was normal at some point and I got really used to it, but it's not normal. If you're bloating that much, it's your body's way of telling you that something isn't right. It's not liking something and things need to change. So I know that at least one of these 7 things is going to hit with you, and hopefully if you stop doing it, you'll be able to experience less of that discomfort and bloat too. Before I jump into them, if you're new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I have new videos for you every Sunday. And if you deal with bloat, hit that thumbs up, like give it a little click, because this video is going to change everything for you. All right, so like I mentioned, there's 7 different things. And when I was going through my 45-pound weight loss journey, I feel like I started actually noticing the bloat more. Before, it was kind of like, obviously I was overweight and unhealthy, and it just became really, really normal. The combination of all 7 of these are really what made the difference. But if you don't have this first one, it's game over. So the first and most important thing that I did to help get rid of my belly bloat was I stopped accepting the discomfort and the bloat. Again, a lot of people will be like, oh, it's totally normal. Or if you've dealt with it for a long time like I did, you just start to think it is normal. Like, I eat food, I'm in pain, I get bloated, that's what happens. So when I finally was like, okay, like this shouldn't be happening. I don't think this feels good and I want to feel good. And I could recognize that, and I stopped accepting it and normalizing the crazy distension and pain. I finally was able to really start to make some serious change. That's when I started paying attention to what foods were triggering that. If I ate certain things, did I feel better or worse? It really allowed me to start to evaluate what I was putting in my body and how it impacted the way I felt. And obviously the way I looked. Like, I didn't like looking super bloated, but more than anything, it was that feeling of discomfort and like the bubbling and the cramping and the puffiness. Like, it's not a good feeling. And when you live like that day after day after day, like, it's horrible. And I just got to a point where I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. So once I could finally start recognizing it, finding those trigger foods, I was able to slowly start removing them from my diet and realizing which ones did have the biggest impact. I do have a video on foods that I stopped eating to de-bloat and reduce like my belly pooch and everything. So I'll link that for you guys, because that gets more into like the specific foods that I found were my triggers. That's an older video, go watch that. But number 2 is also one that you definitely are gonna wanna pay attention to. When I was going through this whole journey, trying to lose weight and trying to figure out like any food intolerance or triggers and the bloating and everything else, I was taking a lot of different random vitamins and supplements. Like, anything I Googled and was like, oh, this could help, that could help. And I had just jars and jars of things I was taking. And I realized like that wasn't a good place to be. Like, I didn't know if anything was helping, were things hurting me more. So the second thing I did was I stopped taking random probiotics and random vitamins, since I realized I didn't know what I needed. If you guys have been around my channel for a while, you know that I've been using Persona Nutrition for years now. I love it because they give you incredible quality vitamins, but they're designed for you. Like, you go online, you take the assessment, they tell you exactly what you need. You can put different issues that you have in there. I put the fact I have hypothyroidism. If you deal with stress or fatigue or sleep issues or digestive issues, they can make recommendations. And then the coolest part about it is they also have their nutritionists available. So if you have questions or if you need to update your packs, they're always there for you. So I noticed a huge difference when I stopped just trying to take all these random things and started taking Persona Nutrition, because I was getting high quality probiotics that actually were doing what they were meant to do and help protect my gut, help with my digestion, helped reduce bloating. And then other supplements, even like ginger. I have ginger in my packs, and those are really great for bloating too. Like, ginger's great for bloating too. So it's really like making sure you're getting a formulation and like a whole vitamin supplement regimen and routine that is designed for your body and your needs, not anyone else's. So like I said, in my pack, I think the 3 most impactful that I have for my bloating and digestion and everything are obviously my probiotic, the ginger because it's a natural diuretic and helps get rid of any excess water in there, and then magnesium, which can be really helpful as well. So I do have a code for you guys if you want to check out Persona Nutrition. Just go and take the assessment. It is a great place to start. They deliver them to your door. It just makes it super simple and easy. It's literally the only way Ryan and I have continued to take our vitamins every day all these years. So I'll put the link down below for you guys. This third one is going to shock you because it's something everyone tells you to do if you're dealing with bloat or constipation or any of that discomfort from eating, and it's the worst. Like, it's the worst advice ever. So the third thing I did was I stopped pounding fiber. Like, my doctors, people would be like, you need more fiber, take more fiber. Yes, most of us, especially in America, do not get enough fiber in our diets. We do need more fiber. However, if you deal with bloat and digestive issues, constipation, any of those things, and you just start adding a ton of fiber into your diet, what happens is you get more bloated and you get more puffy and constipated and you hold more water and you feel worse. So fiber is amazing to help keep you regular, help get things moving, and it will help reduce bloating if you do it the right way. But I was adding so much fiber into my diet, like trying to fix everything, that I was worse. I was puffier. So it's really important to make sure, and what I did was like just started adding a little bit more fiber a day. So I looked at what I typically ate. I realized I wasn't getting enough fiber from my foods. So I tried to add a little bit more veggies, not crazy cruciferous vegetables that were gonna make me like bloated and have issues because of my thyroid, like, and just like not feel good. But just started adding more greens, adding more grains, my oats, my rice, little by little into my day. So maybe that looks like an extra portion of brown rice or something a day for a couple of days. Then you can add maybe some more fruits or some more veggies. But what you don't want to do is just start piling on the fiber, trying to get everything moving and de-bloated, because it'll just make it worse. So just go slow with the fiber. That's what helped me the most by far. Number 4 is a weird one. And if you have been on my channel for years, you might have not even noticed that. You probably didn't notice this is weird, but like, I was looking back and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I used to drink everything with a straw. I drank my coffee with a straw. Like I was a straw girl. And what I realized was a lot of that bloating was coming from drinking through the straw, because you're getting too much air and other things happening when you're using those straw. So it's like a little thing. It might not be like the most earth-shattering change that you make that you're like, oh my gosh, all of a sudden I'm not bloated, right? I told you, all of these things together are what made the difference. But if you drink with a straw a lot, especially with your meals, try to ditch the straw. And I think for sure you will notice a little difference, at least in how you feel immediately while you're eating that meal. Because again, it's just gonna help reduce the amount of air that you're getting. So I really did notice a huge difference personally, because like I said, I literally drank everything with a straw. Like my coffee, that's so weird. Looking back, I'm like, that was so weird. But I was so worried about like my teeth getting stained. So I did that. And then I was causing this whole other issue that was way worse, because you can whiten your teeth if you need to, right? But the bloating discomfort every day, no fun. Number 5, I stopped sitting around after I ate meals. So, you know, at the end of the day, you're tired, you make dinner, like I'd eat dinner and then I would just sit on the couch and then just feel like, bleh. Like that's how you feel. But especially after you eat, like it's really important to help aid your digestion and move, like just moving your body a little bit. It doesn't mean go for like some crazy workout every time you eat something. But now what I do is I try to, at a minimum, do some stretches, just like on the floor in the living room while we're watching a show after dinner or something, stretching, just kind of moving around, doing a little bit of like informal yoga basically, or I'll go for a walk. So if I can, like, even if I'm at work or something else, after I eat lunch, I'll try to go like walk around the building for 5 or 10 minutes. Like it doesn't have to be anything crazy. It can be a tiny break in your day, but trying to get your body moving really will help reduce a lot of that bloating and discomfort with your meals as well. Number 6, I stopped multitasking while eating. I was the queen of like sitting at my desk and just like working, eating, or at night, like trying to do stuff and eat like throughout the day, all the time, because we're busy, right? And it just makes sense. And you're just like, well, 2 birds, 1 stone, here we go. But what happens is like, I noticed that when I was eating, I wasn't really eating mindfully. So I ended up eating a lot more food than I needed, which obviously causes discomfort and bloating just because it's just too much in my stomach. But then also like having all of that excess can also lead to poor digestion. It can lead to like excess bloating. Maybe I wasn't paying attention to what I was eating as much, or like when you're kind of mindlessly eating, you just grab whatever. So I was getting more of those trigger foods in, like without even thinking about it. So I really have tried to focus on my food while I'm eating, putting my fork down between bites, really trying to like not be distracted. We watch shows sometimes while we eat, but I still am like very mindful of like taking a bite, putting my fork down, talking to Ryan some, but like focusing on chewing my food, digesting my food, and going slow so that I'm not overdoing it and getting to that point where I'm just so uncomfortable and bloated that it feels painful and not okay. Number 7 was so hard. This is like one of the hardest ones for me personally, but it makes such a huge difference. The 7th thing I stopped doing was drinking bubbly ice cold drinks with my dinners or my lunches or whatever it was. I love soda water, you guys. Like just like a Perrier, Pellegrino, LaCroix, whatever. Drop a little like fresh lime in it. Like it's so good. It's so refreshing. I loved them, especially with a meal. Like it feels like you're drinking something special. The problem is, one, the bubbly drinks, all that carbonation obviously is going to make you feel bloated and literally bloat your stomach more. So then think about all the other stuff we talked about. If you're drinking bubbly drinks, God forbid you drink it through a straw, because then it's just like double. And then what if you're distracted and multitasking, like then you're eating too much? You're gonna end a meal feeling the worst and dealing with bloat that maybe lasts days. Like it doesn't even just mean like right after the meal. Like it can go on. You can sleep horribly. Like it's horrible. So ditching the bubblies, especially during a meal. Obviously once in a while I still do it because I like it, but I'll try to like sip very slowly and not drink a lot of it. Like I won't drink a whole drink. I'll have like a little if I really want something. But I try to like not do that as much. The cold drink is something else you have to think of. Even if you're just drinking like a flat drink, even if it's not bubbly, the ice cold beverages can actually mess up the digestive enzymes in your stomach, and then you're not digesting your food the way you need to. So there's so many things that go into our ability to like digest and break down our fats and carbohydrates and proteins and really allow us to digest properly, which is then why we will not be bloated because our bodies are able to do what they're supposed to do. And again, a little bit of bloating and occasional bloating, it's normal, but consistently feeling like every time I eat a meal, every meal I have, I'm dealing with this bloat and discomfort and I look pregnant, and any of those feelings you've had, like they're very valid and it does happen, but like it's not normal. It should not be happening. So taking these little tweaks, like making sure especially that you're providing your body with those good probiotics, that you're able to digest your food properly by not diluting the enzymes, like it's all really, really important. And so again, all 7 of these are key. If you can stop doing all 7, you probably will experience so much less bloating like I did. These were the things that really made the biggest difference for me, all of them together. But even starting small, start with one of them. If it's something that you are like doing regularly, stop doing it and pay attention to how you feel. I promise you will feel so much better. So if you guys found these 7 things I stopped doing to de-bloat my body helpful, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Comment down below, and if you guys have any questions about these, or if you have questions about like other habits that you have that you think might be causing some of the bloating, let me know in the comments. I definitely will get in there and try to answer as much as I can, and maybe I'll make another video about it with like more detail for you. I love doing these sit down ones just because through my own weight loss journey, obviously losing 45 pounds, transforming my life, keeping it off all this time, I've really built such good healthy habits. There's a lot I stopped doing. There's a lot I've added into my routines to help me live this healthy, balanced lifestyle and feel so freaking good every day. And I want that for you guys too. So I love you so much. I will see you soon. Have a great week, guys. Bye.